Yours is not an all-consuming love. The first time you saw her, it was over. You said she is worthy. You said I am worthy. You said her and want and I, and you held it like soil in your hands. I was not there. But for 20 years you hold it to your want and your I, and they harden into desert rock, and still you say her and hold it in your hands. The first time you fell in love with her, it was over. She felt the same. You knew because you held her in your hand. Her hand, I think, feels like a flower in your vase. Your vice-like grip, your vines joining from your fingers to her wrist. I see them there when you hold her hand, when you hold her in your hand. The lines on her palms are roots, and your knuckles and your nails are the houses and towns that will become her only globe. When I hold her hand, I can feel her world. She feels like petals, she feels like grains of rice, she feels like alleys. I wonder which highways she were before she met you. The first time you loved her, it all began. I do not know, I was not there. I did not see the train coming out of the tunnel. I did not see the sun as it hit the roof of your mouth. I did not see the railroad tracks being laid out like two arms, side by side and holding the travelers together. I was not there. I think it was confused. I think it was fusion. I think it became the wedding photo on the wall, but I'm not sure. It might have been scrunching eyes and closed fists. It might have been open eyes and punching fists. It might have been both, but yours is not an all-consuming love. It might have been the first time she loved you. It might have been the last time she did. I do not know. I was not there. I was not there for the first time she held your hand. I do not know if she feels the ends of herself unwind the way I see her fall when standing tall between us, and I do not know if she is still above the ground or if her leaves have already been planted beneath the houses and towns in which I grew up, but I know that her leaves will become my roots and her hands my branches, and I know that you are my sky, and I wonder if you are waiting for someone like you to come and chop me down. I am waiting for someone like you to come and chop me down, because yours is an all-consuming self. Your arms like axes, your elbows like blades, and your hands I cannot blaspheme. Not when you hold me like a rose, but I wish you weren't my vase. Because in my axes I see your arms, and in the blade I hold between us I see your elbows, and from this angle they look like a cradle. The first time you fell out of love with her, it refused to end. The railroad track held fast, two hands nailed together at the end of the line, somewhere your free hand cannot reach, so it grips the desert rock, holds the crumbled sand till it spills, and still you say want, and her and the sea is her only home now. The first time you killed her, you took me with you. You showed me the beach, the washed-up waves, and what the waves do when they get tired of a shore that refuses to come into them. And I saw the first time you loved her. I saw the first time you stopped. I saw the dinner untouched, and I saw the way you both killed me, and it felt like railroad tracks unwinding. It felt like twisting and untwisting. It felt like a hailstorm on the equator. It felt like family. It was eyes and fists and running away on a treadmill between one step and the next. I do not belong to anyone, but I will always come back down, come home. I know. I was there. I was in the car. I was in my room. I was on the landing. I was between you. I was because of you. I was both of you. And still, this poem feels like blasphemy. This poem feels like a wedding photo. This poem feels like where the tracks meet. That is where you will find me. Someone hold the frame around us. Someone say him, say her, say 1, 2, 3, say cheese.